Team Marksmen hosted the Most Preferred Workplace 2023-24 felicitation ceremony in Mumbai. Attendees were treated to various insights into what makes one the most preferred workplace. Visionary leaders and industry experts came together for insightful discussions that will shape the future of the workplace. The event was a remarkable journey that led to the discovery of new possibilities for success. The event was kicked off with opening remarks by Mr. Rajesh Khupchandani, co-founder and CEO, Team Marksmen Network.
This is the second edition of the Most Preferred Workplace in ITES, and the seventh edition of the umbrella IP which we have of the Most Preferred Workplace. So we've got like some of the best minds coming here and sharing their ideas, their thoughts on what goes behind making a workplace a preferred workplace. Young professionals who are aspiring to be the next head of HR or CHR of an organization learn a lot from today's discussions that will happen here. So with that thought, I would like to welcome all our speakers, all our delegates, our partners for this event.
The leadership plays very important role in any organization. Recognition, from the top leadership makes the difference. The continuous value addition is also required in an organization. So they want, okay, you want to do any course or anything you want to do, right? And they send me for the public policy course in the University of California, Berkeley. See, these small things, it's not that something, as such, they have to invent something new. So all these things, small things, makes organization really, really great, and everyone wants to work.
It's a pleasure being here. It's a real pleasure to meet you, Shantanu. So let's get right into it, Shantanu. Perhaps what are some of the challenges that you would want to highlight, and why are they still existing in the manufacturing sector?
Those who are in the manufacturing domain, they know that we have a restriction in terms of the deployment of women on the workplace for a certain period of time, and that also plays a restrictive role. There are states who has relaxed these rules and they have progressed. I think, for example, I can take the name of Tamil Nadu, who has the maximum number of women employments in the manufacturing sectors, and that has happened because the Tamil Nadu government has given the relaxations. And I don't want to take names from some of the states who has become so dogmatic, so rigid in terms of relaxing that rule, that they are losing out almost 50% of the whole population as a talent base. So these are some of the challenges, Gaurav, we are just facing on a regular basis.
I'll talk about 3 broad principles of brand building that you should think about as you're thinking of building your organization's brand to make it a preferred workplace, and if everyone does that at an aggregate level for India to become really a preferred destination. The first core of building strong brands is consumer demand. That's the core of it. It's as basic as it gets. If you don't know the consumer you're serving, you're never going to build strong brands. The second thing that I think people want today, and they want to hear more of, is this whole idea of how are we making a difference. And I think, again, that has to do a lot with the broader awareness that's around us in terms of the issues we face. The third thing that's happened with the change in the way the world interacts with each other, what people expect and demand is, people expect a much more inclusive and authentic world. So thank you so much for your patience, and thank you all for listening in. Thanks so much.
I have the pleasure of inviting on stage Mr. Rajesh Khupchandani, CEO and co-founder, and Mr. Akash Tiwari, co-founder, Team Marksmen Network, to please come on stage as we felicitate our amazing organizations who have done amazing work. Let's begin with the very first name, Interwolf Poonawalla Limited. Now lead the way, Uflex Limited.
So, as an organization, UFlex, we have established what we call the UFlex Learning Academy. And this academy looks after the learning and development exercise across the group for about 12,000 people across 10 countries. So the signature programs that we run, the most important of that is Prasikshan. And we have been running this program for about over a decade now. And that largely caters to upskilling of people, not only in India, but it also caters to upskilling of people across all geographies. We have several other programs as well. So, for example, for the operators, we run a program called Samvad Ki Shakti. So this program for the operators largely caters to the communication skills of the programs, which basically means that the technical programs that we run and educate them, how will they actually go and communicate them at the shop floor level.
And now, Viraj Profiles.
Viraj Profiles are much ahead of the technology front, because as of now the current era on the technology upgradation is the promoters visionary thoughts. So as far as Viraj Profiles is concerned, they are upgrading the machineries more towards the focus processes, important processes like annealing, stamping, and machining, so they are much ahead of the upgrading, each of the machineries, which is required as per the customer segments. Yeah, interacting with Marksmen Media has been a very cohesive, working towards the media and the business industry trend.
May I now invite on stage Aether Energy.
At Aether, we strongly believe in getting our basics right. So in the manufacturing plant, I think the first thing we looked at when we talked about workforce advancement is to start off the dojo center. This helped us actually to acclimatize our team members and also in skilling. So that by the time they go to the shop floor, they are actually extremely comfortable with that environment. Not only in Aether, but across in manufacturing, I think robotics and automation will hit the warp mode, transforming the assembly lines into very, very efficient productivity powerhouses, This is extremely needed in the industry for making us competitive.
Tata BlueScope Steel Limited.
Tata BlueScope Steel has always been committed to empowering its people by multiple competency building initiatives, which not only addresses the dynamic organizational needs but also help our employees grow professionally by developing their skills and competence. We operate in a niche product market and at present are doubling our volumes, and hence the subject is all the more important for us. Our competency framework not only addresses the hardcore functional and technical skills, but also encompasses the behavioral aspect that revolves around our core guiding values. Further, there are some key programs that cut across all verticals irrespective of function and level. For example, data and analytics that would help the organization develop a data-driven culture. We have also a lot of focus on building future talent pipeline, and for this our leadership development interventions are in place. The leadership sessions primarily gets addressed by TMTC Pune, and there are also a lot of customized training that we plan and administer as per need.
Let's brighten it up for Luminous Power Technologies.
I would like to thank Marksmen for recognizing luminous power technologies as the most preferred workplace in manufacturing. In today's evolving business landscape, employee engagement has become much more significant than ever. Investing in the overall employee experience is not just a strategy for us. It's a commitment to a workplace where passion meets purpose. By fostering a culture of growth, inclusion, recognition, and well-being, we empower our teams to thrive, innovate, and contribute their best to our shared success. Key to our success is our approach to celebrate the unique value that each employee brings and to provide an ecosystem where everyone can maximize their potential and build long-lasting, fulfilling careers with us.
May I now invite NRB Bearings Limited.
Equality and fairness is a very complex thought to actually implement. Let me put it that way. The concept is not that you treat everyone the same. The concept is taking into account where the person has come from, what kind of opportunities they had, and how not level the playing field was for them, and really making sure that you create a level playing field. Men in India have been so sensitized or trained in terms of their automatic pilot behavior to not be sensitive or empathetic to certain situations. Or you could come from a very privileged background where you have not really truly thought of how the other half lives. So what do we do to make sure that we create a level playing field? That's what fairness is all about.
Sigma Engineered Solutions to please come on stage.
The new future of operations is going to be more digital and revolving around artificial intelligence. The ecosystem for future work is going to be geographically complex and global. This change will be spearheaded by young, highly aspirational, and digitally savvy Indian workforce. With digitization, IoTs, and artificial intelligence going to be the forces to reckon with, manufacturing and technology landscape will go a sea change. This will be more digital and AI-enabled. We'll be able to solve more complex and intricate problems by application of simulation technology and engineering. This new future of work will bring in a lot of opportunities for India as a country. This will give impetus to our coveted program of Make in India, bringing in lots of work into the country and catapulting India into the position of third largest economy in the world.
L&T Finance.
When we talk about Lakshya 26, now the vision of the management, the leadership, and that is what is very reflective of this commendation of us as a most preferred workplace. It talks a lot about the leadership of the organization where whatever we do has two elements to it. It is that we do with intention and we have complete attention. So within intention and attention, whatever we do will have an impact, and that excites. And going forward for the next 5 years, very, very exciting times for the organization, and more importantly for the employees who are associated, and the other stakeholders and the customers will have a much more richer experience, because as a part of our strategic intent, we want to become an organization which will drive customer experience first. The event was very well conceptualized. The topics decided for the panel discussions were very apt for the current context, as well as which was very future looking, it was very futuristic, so to say. And for an organization like us, which, as I said, we would want to be a top class digitally enabled retail NBFC, we always look out for opportunities wherein we can not only showcase what we are doing, but also learn from the various other interactions which happen in these forums. So thank you so much. It was a wonderful experience.
Sonata Software Limited.
Just as all of us, when we face markets and we face the customers, it's extremely important to understand the context in which the employees are working and what are their needs and aspirations, and then start making those nuanced changes in your culture, in your practices, in your policies. But more importantly, in terms of sensitizing the managers, how to really make workplaces desirable, so to speak, right? So if I were to summarize it, I think it starts with understanding what different segments of your employees need, because today we are moving into a phase of hyper personalized employee experience. And what it essentially means is that there are different clusters and archetypes of employees. Understanding what their aspirations and needs are, and then to the best possible extent, try and align your culture, your policies, and your practices in line with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Phenom.
At Phenom, our purpose is to help 1 billion people find the right work. Every initiative, every program we build is to really make every employee really contribute to the purpose. So employees are awarded the phenomenal awards specifically to really look at how can they really exhibit the values in terms of their behavior in day-to-day activity. One of our values are being positive. In different complicated situations, how can you be positive is what we award for. The second thing is about being curious at whatever you're really doing. We also really look at unlearning and relearning as a core part of our values, because what you learned is not enough. It's sometimes what you learned you have to unlearn so that you can relearn in a much more beautiful format. The overall concepts of values and the purpose is designed only to bring the employees together so that we can build a phenomenal company which can really embed a sense of belonging in everything what we do. And that will eventually make our purpose fulfilled, helping 1 billion people find the right work.
The next organization to be felicitated is Amdocs.
Employee centricity and well-being are key for organization growth and sustenance. For me, the guiding factors are what I call 3C: clarity, care, and collaboration. Clarity is about organization objective and what we call as a North Star. Through regular leadership connect, town halls, focus group, roundtables, organization need to reach out to different section of employee and align them to the larger purpose. Equally imperative is that employees should participate in this discussion voluntarily. When we come to care, it entails comprehensive support on all aspects of employee well-being. Total reward strategy goes beyond financial wellness and include holistic aspects of emotional, physical, social, and professional wellness. In terms of collaboration, employees thrive in workplace which offer healthy work culture, internal growth opportunities, and seamless collaboration across units and functions. Strong focus on promoting inclusive work culture, talent mobility, diversity, experiential learning, and so on enables collaboration and overall well-being of the workforce.
Let's hear it for Foundever India.
At Foundever, we strongly believe in the culture of people first. Our employee value proposition, create your best moment, fosters tools and mechanisms to ensure we help our associates to learn, lead, and grow. Our learning-based career development tracks have helped us fill our almost 70% of lateral positions by proactively upskilling our associates for roles of their choice. Max Annual Survey, which is our annual employee satisfaction survey, guides us gauging people pulse and also helps us identify what we need to do to continuously improve. Effective action planning from these surveys has helped us improve our employee net promoter score from 7.4 to 69.3 last year. With our working theme as "We Make Things Simple," our approach to people and culture is also simple and pretty straightforward. Help people upskill, show them the path, and create avenues, and they will grow in their aspirations.
Ladies and gentlemen, AB InBev GCC Services India Private Limited.
At AB InBev, we're a company of owners with a people-first mindset. As such, DEI is a collective responsibility. Its principles are embedded in how we think, behave, and operate on a daily basis. We endeavor to foster a company where people are comfortable, confident, and feel respected to bring their authentic selves to work every day. Our DEI platforms govern how we hire, grow, and develop our people. For example, we have a 50-50 CV submission to ensure gender diversity in our workplace. We also have great results in training our women to take more leadership positions in the company, with 100% of our senior management being covered for our ACE Achiever program. Similarly, ACE Empower, which tackles middle management, we've seen 81% participation and coverage of top talent in that space. At AB InBev, our focus is to create a future that everyone can celebrate and everyone can share. Here's to a future with more cheers.
Equinti, India.
Professional growth and development consists of two parts essentially. The first is to skill appropriately across levels, and the second is to provide growth opportunities. Both of these require corporate intent and a framework. In a GCC like EQ, which is in a very, very specialized space like shareholder management and UK pensions, it is very important that we create specialists and experts, and that is where our skilling comes into play. The first is the classroom learning. So whoever comes in who has had very little experience of the shareholder management or UK pensions, they are run through a classroom course, and then they are taken to the floor where we have subject matter experts that help them out. The SMEs help them clear their doubts, help them rectify their mistakes if any, and also make sure that the learning is a continuous process. The third aspect is we have the learning portal, which is on LinkedIn, and our colleagues can take up the courses that they wish to at their time, and it could be even during their free time or off work hours or during work hours when they have a break. So it's essentially at their time and whatever they wish to learn. And the fourth is a very strong certification program. We completely reimburse any certification that is relevant to our business, and most of our colleagues take advantage of these measures. So one is the classroom learning, then the subject matter experts, the third is the LinkedIn learning, and fourth is the certification.
And with that, we come to the end of this edition of Team Marksmen's Most Preferred Workplace 2023-24. The event has provided a plethora of insight and pulled back the curtain to show us what it takes to be one of the most preferred workplaces. This has been Most Preferred Workplace 2023-24, brought to you by Team Marksmen in association with India Today Television.